What's up, fellas? Moon here, back with another video. If you're stopping by after watching my Zero to Hero video, welcome. Thank you for sticking around, and I'm really shocked at how well that video was received amongst the community. So, I have a philosophy as a player that I like to keep things real and I like to keep things transparent. And that includes admitting to my own mistakes, as well as just being able to show you guys when I'm playing poorly. I know a lot of players, they'll post these highlight montages of themselves when they only do well, but if they make a mistake, well, that's the game that gets clipped out. And you'll see that when streamers play live versus what they actually upload to YouTube. So today I'm going to be talking about a problem that I'm having that I've been doing for 3 years. The entire time that I've been on the ladder and doing in-game content, I have been using mouse over macros. So when I started healing, I began healing raids, healing Mythic Plus, and my entry to PvP was rated Battlegrounds. I didn't start Arena until much later, and so I did this thing where I would hover over my unit frame and I would click and there would be a mouse over macro. You see, I just removed all of them today, and this is something that I want to talk about on stream. A viewer called me out for this live, and I'll go ahead and post the comment right here because it's true. Mouse over macros, they significantly slow your gameplay, and you're essentially playing Osu. If anybody's played the rhythm game where you're moving your mouse back and forth and clicking to the rhythm, while also having other totems that you have to juggle and trying to get damage out, it's just not efficient. So I want to go ahead and change that, and I went ahead and changed that. I'll go ahead and open my options panel for you guys. We'll go over to key bindings. We'll go to targeting. Now I have mine on SAD, so I can target myself with S, target party 1 with A, target party 2 with D. When it comes to Arena, you're only going to need 3 for yourself and your 2 party members. Then I also have enemy targeting, so I just use the same 3 keybinds. Now, what I did was I've always had S unbound because I know backpedaling in Arena is very bad when it comes to positioning, when it comes to movement. It's inefficient. But I went ahead and unbound A and D, so I would turn a little bit if I needed like a spell to go off and an enemy was running. I now am just moving forward, and if I want to strafe, I can use Q and I can use E. I also can click and turn with my mouse. I am doing that. I know a lot of you are saying, okay, well, why not use like scroll wheel up, scroll wheel down, and then middle click. Middle click doesn't work for my mouse, unfortunately. That's what like Absturge and a lot of rank 1 healers they use. But I heal with my mouse. All of these keybinds, Healing Surge, Riptide, Healing Wave, Unleash Life, Dispel even, they are all on my mouse, and I do that with my right hand anyways, so I'm really not losing much if I just gently, come down and press A, or press S, or press D. So I'm going to go ahead and cue a solo shuffle game, because I don't want to throw for my teammates on our own series, and the only thing I'll be sacrificing today is my own rating. But I'll also tell you all a little bit about the series and some of the behind the scenes as well. So with that being said, let's get right into it. Alright, we got the Mugambala. Let's see, okay, we got a Mage, Marksman, Ret, DH, and my opponent's a Holy Priest. Cool. This should be a good lobby to learn. Cool, the gates are open, and I want to kind of play back here. So let me get Riptides out on both my teammates. I think he's going to try and run at me to Hodge. Ness, put the Healing Tide down. So essentially what this series is, this Zero to Hero, is it is this skill caps Road to Gladiator series with my team, but I just outright ripped off the name from Absturge's series, the Zero to Hero series. So in Shadowlands Season 2, skill capped took it was 3 rival players who had never been Gladiator, and throughout the course of the season they climbed to Glad. Now they had them playing Rogue Mage Priest at a time where Rogue Mage Priest was very powerful, had a lot of control over the game. CC changes hadn't necessarily gone into effect yet, so they didn't have much of a difficult time after they were able to get the setups down. And don't get me wrong, setups are very difficult to play. Let me see if I can dispel that explosive shot. Unfortunately, I don't get his root. Seems like they're just going to go my DH no matter what. Unsure what it is. Because you have to develop, with a setup comp, you have to develop synergy with your teammates, and if you don't have it, it's going to be just a disaster. Let's see if I can... Okay, we got caught and ice block from our team, which is not good. I gotta use my healing stream totems better. It's just like so random. The 100 to 0, 100 to 0, 100 to 0, sniper shot on my mage. I think I just came back up. Damn. That's rough. Ah, well. In solo shuffle, I don't really flame people. Actually, I just don't flame people anymore. Not gonna say that I haven't in the past, because I am not a paragon of a socially fantastic player. But I recognize that solo shuffle is more of a learning bracket, and like even what I'm doing now, trying to learn keybinds and undo my mistakes that I've been doing for like what, 3 years. It's hard. There's a lot of damage going out really fast. He's gonna hodge me. I just drink the hodge. He hacks him. I hope he doesn't alter back to a low health. Oh, he kills Tremor Totem. I have no idea how we won that. What the fuck? What the fuck? I guess the hunter just 100 to 0'd somebody. Or the red didn't press. Wait, no, was it the demon hunter that died? Goodness. Where was I? Oh, yeah. So I actually applied for that program too, and I did not get in. I was a duelist at the time. I did apply for my Resto Shaman, but no skill cap. They still don't have a consistent Restoration Shaman act as a rank 1 coach, whereas they were using people like, I think, Maro, who they were using to coach their mage player. And they just have like RMP players at the ready. A lot of rank 1 players play Rogue Mage Priest because it is such an oppressive comp with so much control. When played well, when played at the highest level, that's why you see a lot of it in... Fear. Oh goodness. Oh man. This Marksman Hunter is just cranking. That's why you see a lot of it at higher rating, right? And then Absurge had a 0 to hero idea where he had no gear, just had a fresh 70 Restoration Shaman and wanted to go from 0 rating to 2400. I personally like the title, so I just combined like the 0 to hero with the road to gladiator, and now we've got this series with my team. As I said in the last video, the team that I made was a combination of 2 arena teams. Trying to keep my positioning up. Just gonna try and drop the demon hunter, who runs behind line of sight and dies anyways. It's been going well so far. I really like playing with Bam and Z. Both of them have a fun first attitude when it comes to the game, so they don't get too sweaty over it. They like the game for what it is. They both want to improve. So I mean, there's even a chance as well that we won't hit Gladiator, and that's okay. Yes. And that's alright, right? As long as my team is happy, we're all having fun with the game, we're making progress, we're becoming better players overall, maybe it'll take a second season. Man, dude. Trying to remember like what is what. Alright, I've gotta use DR Poly. Please don't die in a DR Polymorph, man. This has gotta be your 6-0. Gotta be your epic anime arc. I traded way too much, I think, in that. Let me see if I can purge alter Poly. I'm gonna ground this one. Nice. Sorry for the lack of commentary, guys. I'm dealing with a demon hunter who is on my team. Or not on my team, but he's hitting my team. This is where he gets dropped. I didn't even realize the Holy Priest was already. My red still is bubble. I just pray that he presses it. But yeah, I really love playing with Bam and Zicho. They're both fantastic guys. So yes, please bubble, dude. Thank you. Gives me just enough time to catch him up. I actually have no idea how the Holy Priest is keeping them alive with no mana. Nice. Something as well that I want to mention is that I feel like I have been able to achieve Gladiator. Like, I can get to that level. I don't have a whole lot of doubts personally. However, my biggest flaw is that with the game, climbing the game, is that when the going gets tough, I tend to have I've had a historical record of quitting on myself. Whether I get too frustrated from going through team after team, and yeah, LFG is a massive pain in the ass. It does suck that half of this game is about social networking just to get yourself players to then go on the ladder and climb with to get Gladiator. But unfortunately, that's just the way that the game is working at the time being. Alright, I guess I'll just finish up the game then, and then I'll tell you my closing thoughts. Nice. 3-3, get nothing. Lose 2 MMR. I don't even care. We came out of that lobby alive and on top, and all those DPS were handed a loss except for that hunter. But yeah, my biggest problem with the game is that I've always given up on myself and my ability to find teammates. I was so jaded from the LFG system because what would happen is I would be cool with people, we would mesh well together, we would have one queue session together, it would be great, we plan on playing together again, swap B tags, swap discords, and then nothing would come of it. And that just happened over and over and over and over and over again, where now I have 106 people on my friends list, but I'm only playing with one team. And I can see how that makes the normal player feel jaded and give up before they've even pushed it. So in a sense, this video series is holding me accountable to, one, fixing my mistakes, becoming the best player that I can, and two, not giving up on myself. So much of this game is mental as well, because at the end of the day, it's going to be a marathon. It is not a sprint. So you're not going to get Gladiator overnight. You're probably not even going to get Gladiator in your first season playing, which is why it's good to have attainable goals along the way. I've already hit the goal of Rival. I guess that's our next checkpoint, is to hit Duelist. But you can have goals that are not rating based as well. You could have like a vision, for instance. I want to have fun with PvP. Part of why I'm making this channel is I want to do things with my viewers eventually. I want to host PvP based events that are for fun. I'm not going to be doing money prizes again. That just ruins the whole fun of it. But I'd like to cultivate a community and be able to have fun in this game. That is my #1 priority overall. And in doing so, and having this channel helps me have the vehicle to make that happen. And I'm so insanely thankful that the video did well in the algorithm. I woke up at 4:30 in the morning and I saw one comment and I'm like, oh, that's nice. I didn't think much of it because I was half awake at the time and I was still like in a dream state. Went back to bed, and when I woke up and saw that the video had over 1,000 views, I was absolutely astonished. And all of the comments are really awesome, dude. I never thought I would cut it as a WoW PvP YouTuber. You guys have been so awesome to me, at least at the reception of this new series. When it comes to the series itself, I would expect a video probably once a week, at least giving an update of what the team did that week. And then one of these that are just sort of in between, where I'm either queuing solo shuffle or doing some other PvP related event thing. I do have a full-time job. I work in cybersecurity, so the editing's not fantastic yet either. I'm aware. A lot of the stuff I'm picking up as I go and learning how to do, and like the thumbnails, I have somebody else who's helping me out give me feedback on what makes an alright thumbnail versus what's just hot garbage and should be thrown out. And yeah, it's been great getting to grow in multiple facets. That being said, I've been talking long enough. I've been ranting long enough. I'm going to go ahead and close out the video. But all I can really say is, thank you. Merry Christmas, because I'm uploading this on Christmas. And I'm excited for the future ahead.